everyone, it's Jack and Ben from Cultaholic and TripleJump respectively.
Hello.
Repping the t-shirt.
I thought you were going to shake my hand then. I thought I was going to...
There we go.
Oh, it's weird, isn't it?
We will be reacting to and predicting results for Fyter Fest on Saturday. It's a live stream, so please do join us when Fyter Fest kicks off. There is a pre-show as well, which I assume we'll be doing because there's 3 matches on it.
Are there?
Now, if you're not
I know that, obviously, sorry. I said, are there? I've done predictions for them. I know they exist.
If you're not familiar with Ben from Cultaholic, you must be, but if you're not, he knows his wrestling. Don't worry about that.
I do. I'm not overly familiar with AEW.
But you know your NXT?
I do know my NXT.
You're a big Street Profits fan.
You just love them. They're Angelo Dawkins all the way, every day.
You like Montez?
I like Montez. Montez is excellent. Angelo Dawkins, he's also part of that team.
We'll be doing some predictions for Fyter Fest. There will be no punishment because Ben, as we say, doesn't really know much about AEW. What's your criteria, just before we get into the predictions, of what you're picking them based on?
Well, I did watch Double or Nothing over the weekend.
Nice, you've done your prep.
So I'm familiar with a number of the people that are actually on the card. Basically, I'm thinking about. I'm trying to think logically. For some of them, I've gone with my heart.
Yes.
But other ones, I've thought it's a new wrestling company.
Yep.
They've just gotten started. They've had a couple of events now, 2 or 3 events.
They've had All In, which wasn't officially an AEW event.
Right.
And then they've had Double or Nothing, which was the first AEW show.
So this is their second show. Technically their second show. Based on who won the last one, I'm kind of sort of trying to get an idea of, will they make them lose again or will they make them win again? I don't think 50-50 booking is a good idea,
No.
as WWE have proven time and time again. But I'm trying to think, if someone lost their last match, a Double or Nothing, would it make sense to give them a win here? And that's the sort of angle I'm trying to come at it from.
It's clever. Let's see if it pays off. Let's get
We'll
right
find
into
out.
those bloody predictions. Ben, the first match on the pre-show, well, I don't know the order, but I've tried to construct a loose order. The first of the pre-show matches we will discuss is Michael Nakazawa versus Alex Jebailey.
Yes.
Alex Jebailey is in charge of the whole gaming thing that's going on in conjunction with Fyter Fest, or around Fyter Fest, but also he can wrestle.
Yeah, so what is this? Because when you look him up on Wikipedia,
It's no DQ, by the way,
it
as
doesn't
well.
mention any wrestling stuff.
No.
Right, so is he going to die in this match?
So last year, I believe, Kenny Omega had a wrestling event, before AEW was a thing, he had a wrestling event in conjunction with this same gaming thing.
Okay.
Jebailey was meant to wrestle on that, but he got injured in the build-up.
Doing what?
Like, twisted his knee or something.
Okay, I was going to say, because he's not a wrestler.
No, he's the head of this...
Was he gardening or something?
I don't know.
How did he get injured?
He twisted his knee, and I saw an interview with him where he was like, oh, yeah, I was devastated because I knew that I was good at this, that I could do it. And I was like...
Oh, man. Now I kind of want to see him get hit with something really hard.
So who have you predicted and why?
Well, I went for Nakazawa because he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
And that sort of just made the most sense to me.
I've gone for Jebailey because... in watching that little training documentary thing, where he was looking back on it and going, oh, I hope I make up for it this time, I detected a little hint of ego about him. Maybe the sort that would cause him to chuck his weight around a bit backstage. I want him to win.
Okay, yeah, it's my event that you're doing this in conjunction with.
Yeah.
I'll throw my toys out the pram if I can't win.
It's not what I'm confident on because at All In, there was a celebrity match as well where Christopher Daniels wrestled Stephen Amell from Green Arrow.
Oh, okay.
He's friends with Cody.
Stephen Amell just is on every wrestling show. That
Tell you what, he looked hot as well.
Did he?
And
Stephen Amell, hot boy.
And he was good. He was good at wrestling. Yeah, I mean Daniels obviously carried the match, but he was good.
I remember watching him in WWE
when he was tagging with Neville. Yeah. Well, he was better in this one even, but he lost after a hard-fought match. Right. So I think I'm not too confident because if you got the previous, you've probably nailed it with choosing the wrestler.
Right.
But I've gone for Alex Jebailey, an entirely ego-based prediction.
Right,
I think he's going to be a bit of a Hulk Hogan backstage.
Okay, interesting.
Next up, we have Smiley Kylie Ray.
Smiley Kylie Ray.
Or as someone said in my wrap-up video of Double or Nothing, Cocaine Bailey is what I call her.
You know what? I see it.
Right.
I do see it.
Kylie Ray versus Leva Bates, someone you'll be familiar with as an NXT fan, because of course she was Blue Pants.
She was Blue Pants.
I found her charming.
I did enjoy Blue Pants.
Some people didn't.
Well, some people are wrong.
Yeah, she loves a bit of cosplay on the indie scene. She comes out dressed as different people, sometimes wrestlers.
That's fun then.
They're wrestling each other. Ben, who have you gone for and why?
Well, I went for Leva here because is this her? I mean, yeah, it is. If this is their second show, it's their debut in AEW. I feel like Cocaine Bailey Am I allowed to call her that, or is that sort of a litigious issue?
I don't know.
Okay, well, Cocaine Baby.
We're not suggesting that Kylie Ray partakes in the use of
No,
illegal
absolutely not.
substances.
She's just high on life.
Yes.
Okay, so Smiley Kylie Ray, I feel like her gimmick and whole attitude is the kind of sort of gimmick that could bounce back.
Yes.
From not winning all the time, and this is Leva's debut. She's got someone with her, is that right?
Yes, she has the other librarian. There's two.
Are there?
Yeah.
And it's a man librarian.
It is a man librarian.
A library man.
How very 21st century of AEW.
I believe he's called Peter.
Yeah.
Something.
Have a lot.
I think, yeah, is that his name?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. I'm really sorry if I'm upsetting
right.
people at home. But no, I think she stands, I think Leva stands a good chance of winning this one.
I've gone the other way as well on this prediction. I've gone for Smiley Kylie Ray. But it's a really cold, logical decision. It's just because she was on the show last time.
Okay.
She put in a brave performance, but didn't quite win.
Good.
She was, but she fell to Dr. Brubaker. And I think that they'll want her to win this one and establish her as one of the top faces of the women's division. But I'm not certain. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. It'll be fun. I think it'll be a good match, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like these two.
Next up, this has got a convoluted stipulation, right, Ben? So this is a 3-team tag team match.
Yeah, the winner buys dinner. There's a buy-in.
There's a buy involved.
For someone's buying something.
The winner, I believe, the winning team go through to All Out, which is their next big show. Unfortunately, this is a bit of a B pay-per-view.
Okay.
But that means then they'll face another team, and then the winner of that match, of which we know neither of the competitors yet, then we'll get a buy once TV tapings start and they get a tag team tournament on the go.
What are you saying to me?
I know,
right
I don't know. So the teams are the Private Party, who are comfortably the least well known of these three teams. No one seems to know too much about them, but they seem fun.
Okay.
SCU, SoCal Uncensored, that is Christopher Daniels' friends. He's sometimes in with them. He was in that 6-man match.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
This time he's not. It's Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian against a team that you've already said you quite enjoy.
Of course.
The Best Friends.
How could you not?
Sexy Chucky T, Chuck Taylor, and Trent? He's got a question mark next to his name. Beretta. Who have you gone for and why?
I mean, my heart says Best Friends.
Best Friends.
Well, exactly. They've got amazing music and they're best friends, and I feel like best friendship lasts forever and ever.
And that teamwork will see them through. I will point out, though, as a tactic, I'm treating this like it's real, SCU are pretty close, and the Private Party seem to be best friends too.
Really?
So, but
they don't feel the need to shout about it.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, so could that be their undoing potentially, because they're so proud of being best friends that they can't see beyond that? And SCU, it's an unsaid thing. They don't need it. Well, that's why I've gone for SCU, by the way.
Oh, you gone for SCU?
I've gone for SCU.
Oh, I thought you'd gone for the Best Friends.
Well, my heart says the Best Friends are going to win.
Yeah.
And I want them to win because they're best friends and they're proud of it.
Yeah.
But I've gone with SCU on this one.
I've gone for the Best Friends.
Okay.
But it's the other way round. I went with my heart. My head says that SCU may win because they were so popular and so impressive in Double or Nothing.
Right.
And they're more established names. But the Best Friends, I think they've got legs. They've got
4 legs.
Well, they do, and I think they're really charming. Do you remember TM61?
Yes.
The Australian lads on one of them's still there on NXT.
Yeah.
The other one's in New Japan now. They did a promo which everyone said was like a rip-off of the Best Friend style of promos at one point.
Oh, okay.
It was where they were like all like joking around and there was little outtakes left in and stuff. And it was shortly after the Best Friends had done one calling out the Motor City Machine Guns. Trent kept trying to take his shirt off and the other one was like, what are you doing? Stop this.
Right.
Like, Motor City Machine Guns. It was very, very funny.
Okay.
I've gone for the Best Friends. You've gone for SCU.
Yes.
We've differed on 3 so far, Ben.
We have.
I'm getting nervous right now.
Why is that?
There's no punishment. I don't know why I'm being silly.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I can't win this championship you guys are so proud of anyway.
Tommy C's taking it.
I'm not even allowed to see it. It's not even in the office anymore.
Tom Campbell's
it's
left.
going on the Metro and everything.
We need to get it back from him, man.
I don't think you'll ever see it again.
No. Next up, fatal 4-way action. Hangman Adam Page, Jimmy Havoc, Jungle Boy, and MJF. Adam Page, of course, is one of the 2 contenders for the inaugural AEW World Championship. It looks similar. The belts look a bit similar.
Right.
He is going to face Jericho at All Out for the right to become the first champion. Jimmy Havoc, we know and love from the UK independent scene and from Bleeding Lots. Jungle Boy, who's the son of actor Luke Perry, and MJF, who is just a dick.
Just a massive
such a dick, but he's great at it.
Okay.
You must have seen his promo that he cut on Bret Hart.
Yes,
Oh,
I did. So
good,
this is the fallout of that Battle Royal.
The setup to this match is stupid, right?
Okay.
Adam Page is really cross at MJF, he hates him.
Okay.
So he rang one of the Young Bucks or someone and rang Cody and went, look, I just feel like I really want MJF, but Cody's like, you're breaking up, I can't really hear you. And then he said the word, it's going to be like Havoc or whatever. And then he was like, you want Jimmy Havoc? Let's do it. And then the graphic flashed up and it was a triple threat.
Oh, no.
Then he rang one of the Young Bucks and he was like, look, I'm trying to work out how to get a hold of MJF. And it's going to be like a jungle in there or something. He's like, Jungle Boy, add him to the match. And then eventually he got MJF.
Oh, it's a bit convoluted, isn't it?
It was funny. And in the background of each shot, Adam Page, you could see in the background, he was just at home on his TV. He was watching every clip. He was watching a different Jericho match from a different stage of his career because he's scouting him.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's clever. Cerebral.
Assassin. Yeah, who have you gone for and why?
I've gone for Jimmy Havoc.
I hope you suffer. That's his song.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm done actually.
God, I thought the tables had really turned then. This was going to be very uncomfortable. We're only halfway through the card, Jack. Yeah, I've gone for Jimmy Havoc, I think, because Adam Page won the Battle Royal.
He did.
Again, trying to think booking logic-wise, I don't think he needs this.
Okay.
I don't think he needs this, but I mean, MJF would probably come off pretty well out of this because he's the aggressor, if you will. He's the naughty boy.
He is the naughty boy.
And then you've got these two other players in there, Jimmy Havoc and Jungle Boy. And I feel like one of them could pick up a surprise victory here while Adam Page's and MJF's feud potentially continues out of this.
You could have that. You could use it to elevate one of the secondary characters in the match, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. But I've gone, perhaps unwise now because I do agree with you, but I've gone for MJF.
For the dick.
I've gone for the dick. Because they really they do seem to be keen to elevate him quite a lot. They seem to be really all in on pushing MJF.
They seem to really double or nothing on MJF.
They do seem to be fighter fest on MJF.
They really do.
And I think that maybe Adam Page, this is a bit of a risky little addition, but this isn't an official prediction for a point or anything.
Okay.
I just feel like Adam Page might get taken out by Chris Jericho. Ooh. He might run in.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's because it is their second ever show.
Yes.
And obviously I'm not massive. I've been sort of following AEW from what you guys have been putting out videos on and tweeting and that kind of stuff, but I haven't been closely following it myself. And it did strike me as a little odd that he wasn't on the card.
Yes.
So that's a good show.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Next up, triple threat action. Yuka Sakazaki versus Riho versus Nyla Rose. Now, when we were there, organically, it was a wonderful thing. We were watching this 6-woman tag match that was going on at Double or Nothing, and without even consulting each other, me and Ross naturally gravitated towards opposing women on the two teams.
Okay.
Ross loved Yuka Sakazaki.
The genie
girl woman.
Yep.
He liked her theme music and her moves in the wrestling ring. I liked Riho.
That's insightful.
I liked Riho because she came out looking like a fragile small girl and then just kicked some ass.
She did look. She was deceptively powerful.
She was.
Yeah.
I didn't approve a little bit. I'm going to get a bit smarky now.
Okay.
I think Aja Kong pile drove her essentially, and then she kicked out, and then a couple of minutes later she was doing springboards and everything. I was like, psychology, Riho.
Come on, Riho. Get your head in the game.
And Nyla Rose, of course, was in the 4-way women's match.
Yeah.
But she got her and Awesome Kong kind of took each other out on the outside. Mm-hmm. The other two women finished the match in the ring. Who have you gone for here and why? It's a tricky one, Ben.
I've gone for Nyla Rose.
Okay.
Because she's big and strong, and the others, they're not big.
No.
They're strong,
yes,
but they're not as big. I feel like they'll probably work together to throw her out of the ring at some point, maybe that classic wrestling trope, and
yes.
then she'll come in and she will just destroy them.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly the logic Ross went for the Double or Nothing predictions. Mm-hmm. He was like, Nyla Rose is going to win that match because she's the biggest one, and then Awesome Kong got added to the match, and he was like, she's no longer the biggest one.
Come on, that's not fair.
Yeah, I've gone for Riho. This is again a hard over. No, wait. I've gone for Yuka Sakazaki.
You've gone for the genie girl.
I've gone for head over heart. I want Riho to win because she's my girl.
Yeah.
But I believe that Yuka has been more. I think more fans have responded to her in the aftermath of the show. Like, that genie girl was cool, wasn't she?
She was really good. She was really good. I remember her more than anyone else.
I feel like Cody and the Bucks will be in their control room manning the socials and going, look how popular Yuka is.
They're very trend sensitive, aren't they?
They're some cool kids.
They're watching the analytics, that's all I'm going to say.
They are. And I've gone for Yuka for that reason. You've gone for Nyla, which almost guarantees that Riho is going to pull out the big victory.
Probably, yeah.
Next up, it's singles action between two veterans of the business, Ben. Mm-hmm. Christopher Daniels, formerly of TNA, Ring of Honor, the independent scene, and now AEW. And apparently he's the head of talent relations backstage as well.
Is he?
Christopher Daniels, a great guy, one of my faves from TNA, versus the Dragon Gate legend, Cima, who then left Dragon Gate, and now he's not in Dragon Gate anymore. Because he's set up...
OWE?
Yeah, he set up wrestling in China. He did. Who have you got and why?
I've gone for Cima.
Okay.
He seemed to be the leader. I mean, I don't know if there is a faction.
Strong Hearts. I don't know what,
something like that. I don't know if there is an OWE faction.
They're kind of the representative.
Or if they're just if they were just representing them on the night. I was really impressed with them.
Yeah,
at Double or
they
Nothing.
were
I
awesome.
thought they were excellent. Well, he didn't get the win that night.
Right.
I feel like maybe it's Shima's turn to sort of set the, I'm the leader of this. You're the kind of leader of that. Is he the leader of the...
SCU?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the de facto.
He's the de facto leader. Okay, cool. All right, that's the impression I got.
Yeah.
I think it's Shima's turn. Again, I don't want my guesses to be entirely skewed based on 50-50 booking.
No.
But I feel like it would make more sense for Cima to be the winner here.
I've gone for Cima for exactly the same reason as you, so I don't know what to add to this discussion.
Well, we could talk about the small boy's amazing hair.
The small boy's amazing hair?
From OWE.
Oh, I remember that, yes.
What was he called again? I can't remember his name.
What was with the hair?
It was just like, he dyed it bleach blonde, and it looked amazing. He looked like an anime character. It was the best thing.
Nice.
Clearly, we can't have a conversation about it because you don't remember. So if you want to offer me to talk about, we can try that instead.
Have you watched much of Daniels in the past?
No.
Really?
I'm very familiar with his work.
He was one third of the best TNA match ever.
Was he?
Commonly accepted to be the best TNA match ever.
Well, maybe I should go and watch that.
Styles versus Joe versus Daniels.
See, that does sound like a good match.
It does, and it was.
No. I'm familiar with the man, though. I really am. Like, I've heard
he was
a lot
so
about
polite to me backstage at WCPW.
Was he?
Was he
booked for WCPW?
Yeah, we got him once. Oh. It was a last minute because we needed him to come in and be a last minute sort of addition to the card, and he flew over. Really good, really
What a
nice
lovely
guy.
man.
I
want him to win now.
I needed to find Matt Hardy backstage, and I was so scared because the Americans commandeered one of the locker rooms.
Right.
And I needed to find him because Kenny was like, Matt Hardy wants to do a thing with you, and I was like, oh. So I knocked on the door.
Sorry, was he from Northern Ireland?
Yeah. Knocked on the door. Christopher Daniels answers it. I'm like, hello, is Matthew Hardy? I didn't say that.
And he was looking for Mr. Hardy.
He's like, Matt, this polite young gentleman wants to see you. I was like, I walked in, Bubba Ray was there, terrified.
He's really scary.
He's a large boy.
I sat on his sofa. I'm sorry, we're getting off topic now. I sat on his sofa spot at one of the gigs, and I had no idea.
Oh no.
And to be fair, he very calmly said, do you mind moving off the sofa? I was sitting there, and I was like, I'm really sorry. I was like, no, it's okay. And I was like, he could have killed me. He could have just killed me if he wanted to.
I accidentally took Kurt Angle's sofa spot.
No! What is it about sofa spots?
And rather than point it out to me, Cody waited about 2 weeks and then tweeted about it. I was like, why have you done this?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm really glad he came up and spoke to me rather than just he could have thrown me through a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cima, we're all team Cima.
Christopher Daniels wouldn't do that though, would he?
No, but we don't think he's going to win.
No,
it's going to be Cima. Big Sheem.
That's his name.
Next up, it's the prettiest match on the card, in my opinion.
Yeah?
Bloody gorgeous men involved.
Oh.
So we've got...
Are they?
We've got Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Or Cody versus Darby Allin, who I interviewed Darby and his wife Priscilla Kelly at Caesar's Palace in the convention centre, and they were polite and everything and cool, but I just got the vibe that they couldn't be asked to talk to me. They were tired, they just arrived. I was like, how are you guys? They were like, it's whatever.
And if you want to get an idea of just how much this affected Jack on a
I've mentioned this to you before,
he's brought it up to me twice so far when trying to talk to me about AEW.
I was so annoyed, man, because everyone on Twitter knows that I love him and think he's great.
Yeah.
So they were all like,
he follows you, right?
Yes, they were all tagging us both and like, oh, Jack must have been so excited when he got to interview Darby Allin, and I was like, well, yeah, I was, but it only lasted a couple of minutes. To be fair to him, he was very tired.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's less tired for this match because I think it could be a banger. We know now that Cody is a 5-star machine. His match with Dustin got 5 stars.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
It was an excellent match.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah.
This is a very different matchup. Darby Allin's more fast-paced and reckless. He just doesn't care about his own safety.
Oh, I don't know anything about Darby Allin.
He did a spot once where he got put in a body bag and then just chucked, and he's like in the body. Yeah, he couldn't see when he was going to land or anything.
That's frightening.
I've gone for Cody. Who have you gone for?
I've also gone for Cody, and this might surprise you, but it's kind of his company, so it seems like kind of crazy that he wouldn't get off to a good start in his own company.
Do you think he's going to be a bit of a Triple H? Is that?
I really hope not. Although I must say, and this might be a controversial statement, I thought it was a little bit cheesy.
When he smashed up
the throne, I was like, oh man, you're walking such a long way with that sledgehammer. This feels like it's lasting forever. But I don't think no. I think they all know how bad it can be, and I think they'll probably learn from those mistakes.
Yes.
And but I would have thought that he would probably win this.
I think that Cody is going to win to keep him strong because he has a match coming up with Dustin against the Young Bucks. And you may have remembered when he went, I need my older brother.
I need my brother.
It was very, very well acted.
It was very
maybe
good.
It was real, you know? The emotion.
Maybe it was.
Have you got a brother?
I do.
Imagine if you had an amazing match.
Imagine
made him bleed.
No, if he made me bleed, because I'm the older brother.
Oh, you'd be Dustin.
Yeah, so I'd get bled and beaten, and then we'd have a blood hug.
I've got a brother who could easily take me in a fight, I think, and he's younger.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Bill, I don't know where this frame came from because he's kind of naturally broad and.
I'll see. Me and my brother are the opposite.
Really?
Except he's athletic. Again, we're getting off topic.
Cody Rhodes.
I can't even touch my toes. Who needs them anyway, right?
Yeah.
Toes. Load of crap.
Next up, Jon Moxley versus the bad boy, Joey Janela.
Oh.
It's a real clash of bad lads, this one.
Is it?
Yeah. They're both really...
They're both really naughty boys.
They're both naughty boys, but they're both baby faces as well. Ooh, it's so 90s, isn't it? So, I think this is the easiest match to predict on the whole show.
Yeah?
I think so. There's a bit of background. There was, after Jon Moxley's shocking debut, he was striding around backstage. Joey Janela, because he's the bad boy, was smoking a cigarette indoors.
That's awful.
Jon Moxley took it out of his mouth. I thought, good on you, John, respecting the law. But he didn't. He took a drag, threw it on the floor.
He threw it on the floor.
Oh.
That's the worst place for cigarettes to go, apart from like maybe inside dogs or other pets and stuff.
And he walked off, right? And Joey Janela was like, oh, yo.
Was it a rollie or was it a straight?
I don't know.
Oh.
It was a cigarillo.
I'm sorry?
I don't know.
Okay.
Now, Ben.
Yeah.
You said to me off camera something very catchy, and I can't remember it, but it was along the lines of, smoking's bad for you, but who is the baddest boy of them, or something, you know?
Yeah, well, I was demonstrating how easily I could become a commentator if I wanted to, with these amazing taglines, and it was really like I'll deliver it in the same sort of cadence, so people at home get this same idea. Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
Cigarettes are really bad for you.
That's right, buddy.
But this now begs the question about who might be the baddest one for the other one of all of the ones that are involved in the match.
That's really good. By God. I've gone for Jon Moxley. I think it's quite an easy call.
Yes, me too.
Yes, because he's the big star.
He's the huge star. He's the big boy. He's got the Japanese belt now.
Yes,
everybody's watching his Twitter video.
Yes.
Does he follow anyone yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's
certainly
so cool.
Me. Yes.
All the cool kids do it. Childish Gambino, no, doesn't follow anyone.
He's pretty cool too.
He's really cool. He's not in this match though.
I've come for Jon Moxley, but we're nearly done. We're so near the end, I can do it. And finally, I don't know what's going to be the main event, but you know what? I predicted that this one's going to be the main event.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it features some big names, and also the main event of All In was also a flippy six-man. So I think maybe they'll go back to that for this show, and then we'll get a more storyline one in the future. But this, I think, is going to be... It is, of course, the Elite Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, against the Lucha Bros, Fénix and Pentagón, FedEx and Pentagram, and Laredo Kid, their friend from Mexico.
I'm not familiar with Laredo Kid.
I'm not too familiar with him either, but I think that Meltzer was saying he was proper good recently, so he had a really good match in AAA.
Okay.
Who have you gone for and why?
I have gone with my heart on this one because I love the Lucha Brothers.
I do.
I didn't watch the last season of Lucha Underground, but I watched all the rest of them, and those two are just unbelievable.
And they were separate as well. They weren't a tag team.
Yeah,
they were brothers.
And the matches they had together were unbelievable.
I remember the casket match Fénix had with Mil Muertes. That was amazing. I remember Pentagón had that match with Kairi Sane and Io Shirai and all the girls. Man. The ninjas, the Black Ninja Triad, I think they were called.
Is that who they were?
There's something Triad, yeah.
No, it was in like with the Black Jade Triad.
It was Kairi Sane and Io Shirai, and I think Mayu Iwatani, another one who's still in Japan.
Interesting.
But that was two.
That.
Heel Kairi Sane is weird. Seeing her come out all like, yeah, it's crazy.
Lucha Underground was, oh man, I loved that show.
I sense that this has played a big role in your prediction.
Yes, yeah, I've gone for the Lucha Brothers and their friend, who's very good according to Dave Meltzer. But the reason for that as well is that I feel like similarly to who was I talking about? Smiling Kylie Ray.
Yeah, smiling Kylie Ray.
Yeah. And the reason I went for Leva Bates was because I felt like a loss wouldn't hurt Kylie Ray. And I feel like a loss wouldn't hurt the Elite in this situation either.
That's true.
I feel like if every single member of the Elite went over on another show, then it would be a bit much.
I feel like as long as, I agree with you on principle, as long as Kenneth Omega doesn't take the pinfall.
Kenneth Omega. No, got to keep Kenneth strong.
But I've gone for the Elite.
Okay.
I've paid quite a bit of attention to the fact that the Lucha Brothers won against the Bucks in Mexico recently, and Fénix dived into the crowd like a footballer. He was delighted.
What?
Did he not know it was scripted? So
didn't have to do that.
No. So I think that the Elite are going to win just to keep Kenny strong for whatever he does next, and excuse me, and to keep the Bucks strong for their match against the Dust Brothers.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. It's a difficult
good point.
This match is going to be flippy and fast and fun. And you know what? So is the show, Ben.
It really is. I tell you what, I would if I went to Butlins, I'd watch this.
What?
If it were on.
Oh yeah.
Like Ray, Fénix and Pentagrams, the Golden Grahams.
I've realised now, because I wonder why you and Peter often mispronounce things on TripleJump, and it's so easy to. Sat next to you, I nearly call him Kenneth Omega.
It's because it's fun, isn't it?
It is fun.
Jonathan Moxley.
Yeah.
It's stupid. We have fun though, don't we?
Goodness.
And we'll have more fun this weekend.
On Saturday night, join us live streaming Fyter Fest. We've made our predictions. You've seen them. Let us know what you think in the comments section down below. Check out TripleJump if you haven't already and you enjoy content about video games.
Yeah, you're going to be on the channel soon.
Crash Team, can I reveal that?
Yes, sure, why
Crash
not?
Team Racing is what we're
doing
going to do.
a Crash Team Racing tournament. The Cultaholic lads are all going to be involved, so please come on by and see.
I've got my first round opponent.
Yeah.
It's Owen. Sneaky Owen. It's the feud of a century. Me and Owen actually live together, so it's proper intense.
Loser leaves the flat.
Yeah, loser has to sleep on the street that night. See you in a bit. See you on Saturday.
Bye.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments section down below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter @Cultaholic and on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, then please do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic, where you can pledge. And don't forget, of course, most importantly of all, to hit subscribe and to join us.